change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Houston. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside, Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, Those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, complete. That's Spencer. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to air one out.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Texans back out there and ready to go.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go! Let's go!
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans now just about ready to take over.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down at about 9 to go. He'll drop to throw. It's complete. He finds Falk here.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Come on, baby. I like it, baby. I like it.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Second down and 3.
Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer.
Second down and
8. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 33-yard line.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
7 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
On second down, Combs. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Titans on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Right back to him on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Now a throw here to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Texans, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.